everybody, welcome back to another episode of Witchy Stuff. I want to drop some knowledge of witchy stuff. Coming from what I would consider an old school, witch. We'll get into that. All right. Hi, my name is Crystal. I'm a professional psychic medium, demonologist, Reiki master. I also teach Reiki. I teach psychic and mediumship development. I clear haunted homes, haunted people, demonic attachments, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. I also do spell work and energy work. I used to, when I got into this and embraced my inner witch, and really just opened up that can of worms. As you become awoken to the spiritual side of things, of life, you take a dive into the pool of knowledge of it all. And let me tell you, that pool of knowledge is deep, right? There's tarot, there's oracle, there's pendulums, there's astral travel, there's guides, there's like, the list goes on, okay? First of all, the video cuts the shirt I wore specifically for today for y'all, but we just need to honor the shirt, okay? Excuse the fatness, just honor the shirt, okay? But it says, "What's up, witches?" Okay. Woo, woo. Okay, so today I will probably cut this into maybe 2 parts. They're going to be lengthy, so buckle up, cupcakes. I'm here to teach you my knowledge and everything I know. Any question you have, please come to me. Please put it in any video, in any comments. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm okay with that. The people that are here are loyal. Thank you. Much love to y'all. Okay, so let's get into some things to research as a baby witch that I feel are necessary. First of all, you need to get the history of witchcraft and understand it. And not just from TikTok videos, okay? From millennials or whatever. And I mean no disrespect. I love millennials. I love everybody, okay? I only judge by character, not by a whole group of people. That was the 3D version of myself. And as we all are in that version in our 3D selves, right? Anyway, so you're going to want to learn the history of witchcraft. I'm going to get into a little bit of it. So you'll learn a little bit of it with me here today, okay? The types of witches. Now, when I first started, I was like, I'm a white witch. No, I'm a green witch because I like, look at all the herbs I have behind me. And half of them aren't even up there because they're in my kitchen because I'm using them constantly. So, and I have herbs behind me and at my feet by my desk because, hey, you know when you are doing work because it is everywhere in your home, okay? Whoop, whoop. But when you first start out, you want to know like who you are, and you need these labels to help define you. But after you start to grow out of the 3D version of self, and you heal and quiet some of that ego down, you realize that you don't really need all of these labels. They identify. I use them in the beginning to tell you who I am so that you understand all the things that I can do. I read, I do psychic readings, I do healings, I do, so that you know that. And in the beginning, you want that too. But right now, do I call myself a witch anymore? No. Why? Because I am all, and I am none. I can't be fit, and I won't ever be fit into a box. So I'm part white witch, I'm part green witch, I'm part black witch, I'm part whatever witch, sea witch, that, whatever 50 million labels they have now. I work with energy. I know how to make my own magic happen in my life when I want to. Hey, do we always want to? Do we go through bouts of depression like I just did for almost a year? Yes, ma'am, we do. Yes, indeed, feed the needy, baby, right? So, looking up types of witches will help you, though, on your path figuring out what it is that your passion is, okay? So, How to tap into magic, real quick, I'm going to give you an inside tip, okay? You need to find where your power is. What do you hold that is powerful? For me, I feel and hold power with crystals. I work with them daily. Not there isn't a day goes by that I'm not wearing crystals. I am not using them in my Reiki sessions, my magic, my work, whatever. Um, Also, I know that I can call energy out into the wind, and it works for me. I've been able to do this as a young child. I realized this at a very young age. I was able to go outside and call for my dad to come because I wanted to see him, because my home life with my stepfather was horrible, and I wanted my daddy that was good to me at that time. Um, and so I would go out to the wind and call him, and the next day he would show up every single time. If I thought I wanted to see my nanny, she would call and say, "Hey, can I see Crystal? Can she come over to the house?" You know, like, I realized at a young age, and my mother had the same thing. My mother had the ability to shift the energy in a room. Like a room that was like mad and hostile. She could walk in and everything, they would stop fighting. My mom had power. It's finding what is your power. Where where are you able to influence things? Okay? These things are our magic, okay? It is not like Harry Potter and Expelliarmus and all of that. It is finding what you work with. Do you feel so connected to the trees and the wind and the moon and all of that? Then that is your power. I am so connected to the moon and to the sun and to the trees. I find I am my most powerful when I am outside, okay? So find your power, find, what works for you and work within that, okay? There's rules and then there aren't, all right? So you want to find the type of spells that you like to do, what works for you, how. Do you like doing water spells or bottles, satchels? Do you like just doing candle work? I love candle work. I find it very powerful. Types of divination, tarot, pendulum, things that you like, talismans or sigils. I am really big and believe in the power of sigils. Okay, I write them on my skin. Okay, eventually I would like to get them tattooed, but yeah. Anyway, seals, symbols, deities, spirits. Look up, and understand closed and open practices and religions, okay? You always want to be respectful, because if you are not, those ancestors will come for you, okay? They will come for you in some way and exact change out of your candy behind for messing, for disrespecting their religion. Okay, so don't think, well, just because I feel powerful. And after you do a few good spells under your belt and they like work like boom, 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 you are going to feel like, whoa, Nelly, look what we got here. Okay, that ego is going to get big. I want you to try to quiet that and just be grateful. Turn that ego into gratitude, because then they work even better, okay? Gratitude is the attitude for making any spell work, okay? Seriously. Um, look into lucid dreaming and astral projection, because as you get into this, these things may happen to you, either on purpose or by accident, okay? You may astral project on accident. You would like to know at least a little bit about it. Lucid dreaming, as you kick up into your power, okay, and you start to know who you are more, your abilities heighten. So, you may have lucid dreaming at that point. Understand the elements, understand grounding, herbs, okay, crystals, altars, moon phases, and energy. Energy is the biggest thing, because like I said, I don't call myself a witch anymore. I call myself an energy worker. I understand how to make a spell bottle and make it work. Okay. Here are a few books that I use religiously. This is like my herb Bible. Okay, you can get it off of Amazon. It's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. Ooh. All right, the second book, if you are really big into pendulums, this is a good one. It's Pendulum Healing, Commands Guide by Eric Hunter, PhD. Okay, so if you're really into pendulums, this is a really good book. Okay, that encyclopedia book has what the herbs are, what they're good for in spells. And like at the back of the book, it has magical intentions. So if you want things for protection, you can look it up and it'll have a long list of all the herbs that you can use for protection. Okay. Another really good book is this Cord Magic. Okay. I really like cord magic. Okay. So cord magic, string yarn, twists, and knots. It's how to like make knots and use this as a form of magic and spell work. So if you're ever like drawn to cord magic on your path of looking things up, hey, it's a really good book to have. Okay. The most important book I'm going to tell anybody in the spiritual game to get is this, Spiritual Protection. A Safety Manual for Energy Workers, Healers, and Psychics by Sophie Riker. Okay. This has a lot of defensive things that you can do, and you need to know that, for especially doing spell work. Like, you have to have protection when you start anything, because you're opening up basically like your own little portal and creating this vacuum of energy to make stuff happen. So you don't think things can be attracted to that energy? They can. So you always want to be protected. It's better to be safe than sorry, okay? Last book is when you are on this journey, you cannot help that shadow work is going to come up for you. And so here I suggest, I know it's off the spectrum of books for witchy stuff, I know, but I suggest you do your shadow work. It'll just make you more powerful as you clear out the gunk of your past and trauma and hurts and pains and all of that. What do you think you make room for? Abundant energy. Yeah, baby. So don't be afraid to get in there and do some of that dirty work, and do some of that elbow grease. All right, it's worth it. So peace be shadow work. A shadow work book to heal from your past and break free from your inner childhood trauma. So if you have that, one, it helped to make you powerful, so, and more psychic, but also this. If you want to know why or how, ask me in the comments. I will tell you. I'll make a video on it if anybody's interested. All right, so let's get into some actual witchy stuff now. All right, so what about the wand? Okay, so this one is mine. Okay, this one is mine. It's got aura quartz and just regular quartz, the copper wire. This is oak wood. I made this myself, the color of the fire, the phoenix. So wands are really good at directing energy, making a circle. Okay, they represent and use the air element. Hence, what are you doing when you're doing this? You're actually moving air around, right? Okay, so all of a sudden my chest got tight. Oof. Okay. So air is on the plane of the mind, okay? like earth, air, water, fire. Okay, the the pentagram, earth, air, water, fire, spirit. All right, everything is connected, guys. All right, so also too, I have these Herkimer diamonds. You probably can't see them, but these are 1, 2, 3 Herkimer diamonds. Yeah, I have several behind me. You see them kind of sticking out right there that nobody wants. Nobody's interested in buying or even like just paying shipping for them. So hey, okay, they'll just sit there. I made those too. Me and my friend did. Um, okay, so picking out a wand. If you are interested in wands, do I use my wand? Like in the beginning, I did, but now I am so basic with it. I just recognize energy, and I don't need all the extra stuff anymore. Did I in the beginning? Did it make me feel more connected to everything? Yes. When I feel the need to use it to direct energy with air in a spell, I will grab it. It is all about whatever my intuition tells me to do and leads me to do. So if I leave it out, it's for a reason. It's not needed. Air. A lot of times I feel the need to pull it out now that I'm thinking about it is when I do like road opening spells. Why? Because air pushes blockages, right? So air is a force that will push blockages out. So no wonder, and like light bulb, that I pull it out a lot when I do road opening spells for myself and clients. Um, so yeah, picking the wood because the wood has meaning too. If you look up the meaning of oak, okay, then you'll get see why I chose oak for my wand. Made sure that I picked up oak. Those back there are several different woods, all amazing woods, all perfect for the look that they have. You people are probably like, I want to see what they look like right now. No, we're not here for that. Another day, another dollar. All right, so so the history of witches, 1400. Um, witches have always been people that really are in tune with their power, their energy. There are people that are not even woke right now, walking around like this. Um, Very successful people that easily can manifest what they want, and it just happens for them. You probably can think of some people that that things just always seem to, they always land on their feet. They're like a cat. That's what witches are. We like cats. We always land on our feet. Always. And if we can't, we know how to get ourselves there, right? Um, so, one of the most important books you're going to have, and, if you do spell work, which even as a witch, you don't have to do spell work if you don't want to. It's whatever you want to do. However you want to be defined, then define yourself in that way, all right? You hold the power to that, okay? So this is my Book of Shadows a friend got for me. Yes, because I love pink. And look at the thing. I will only show you the inside of my book. Yeah, I got oil on it. Listen. So that's basically like there's like sigils on there and you know, words of protection if anybody was to see it or find it or steal it. Yeah. So I suggest to never show your book of shadows, your grimoire, to anybody. That is your sacred energy work. That is your time and love put into the pages. And let me tell you, I have some really pretty pages in here. And I can't draw or anything, and I'm proud of myself. But you take your time and you pour your love and energy into this. This becomes a thing of power of your own. And you don't really want people in that, messing with that and shifting the energy of your book. I would never let anybody touch this. In fact, I keep it wrapped when I'm not using it. I give it very much respect. It's mine. It's my power. I respect my power. I love my power. Okay. So let's get into some, you know, I would say like the history of witches. It really started to like get big, and the witch hunts and all of that back in 1400. Okay. And it was just really, you know, were some witches? Of course. Were the majority? No. The majority were women that spoke out, women that knew how to work with herbs and use them as medicine. Okay. Natural witches now. People that just would see herbs and naturally just know how to use them to help people. Those are healers. Those are witches. But they aren't bad. They just want to help people. We are led here to help each other. It is meanness in others and pain in others that shift that within our bodies, within our hearts. But we are meant to all be here to help each other on this life. It is supposed to be like a paradise. We don't ever make it that way. We are meant for more of an evil way of thinking, of war, right? So people didn't like that. Men that were cheating on their wives would also crucify the woman as a witch so they wouldn't get in trouble and all the heat would go on the woman. Or if a woman had any type of mental illness, I mean, the list goes on and on. They just, you know, us women have been persecuted since the beginning. The beginning. So the witch trials were just, let's use the name witch trials and just do whatever we want to women, because that's basically what happened. Anyway, so let me go over some common tools. I'm going to break this up. I'm about to end this, and I'll do another video, because I want to teach you guys like about sigils and like 3 different methods for using sigils. So bring pen and paper as always to take notes. But let me talk about like some common tools that are used. Okay. The wand or the staff. Okay. Used to direct energy, summon spirits, consecrate other tools. Can be handmade or bought. It's up to you. Okay, I feel that mine holds more power because I handmade it. And I handmade all of them with love and intention for whoever held it, that their power would go into it and just grow. So when someone makes something in love, that's even more better. You know, not everybody does. A lot of people are just out there for the money, but I'm out there for the love. That's why I'm not rich. That's why I don't have my girl fixed yet, people. Okay, don't come for me, all right? Don't come for me. Okay, so another one is the cauldron, all right? Used to hold water, burn incense, spell ingredients. You can cook like ritual food in it. And it retains the energy that you put into it, just as like a cast iron, because a real cauldron is cast iron, okay? And guess what? It is for a reason, okay? When you have a cast iron skillet at home, your grandma may have that thing for 30 years, right? And she's very like, don't clean it. I will clean that pan. Don't touch it, you know, because you can mess up a cast iron pan, right? For cooking like that. So, they retain the flavor, okay? They retain the energy in them. That metal, whatever, it retains energy. So all of the powerful spells that you do in it, and the more you do, the more powerful that cauldron will become. You will also become attached to your things as a witch. Okay, don't come for me. I'm attached to my wand, even though I don't use her all the time. I'm attached. I'm attached to this crystal because a friend got it for me for my birthday, and it is a crystal for Leos that I didn't even know that was a crystal for Leos. I thought we only had the ruby, and that was it. But no, this is an actual crystal for Leos. And there's a million other things. Okay, my jar of dirt up there. Okay, my graveyard dirt. I hold that very dear. It is not always easy going into a graveyard, communing with spirits for some time, and asking if you can pull out some graveyard dirt. So I hold it very dear. Okay, use that sparingly. All right. Um, the broom, used to spiritually cleanse your space. This music is dark as heck. I don't like it. um, the broom's used to spiritually cleanse your space. It's good to do before like a ritual or spell, and hang above your door to ward off evil. So you can always tell if you're ever at like an old school witch's house, because you'll walk in the front door and there'll be a little broom above the door, because it is just a way of bringing, keeping spirits away and bringing luck in. So yeah. Also too, your Book of Shadows, your grimoire, like I said before, it's a magical journal used to keep track of spells, rituals, and divination, and just even like really great experiences that you want to always have. You know, you can break up your Book of Shadows into different things, for yourself. So, follow your intuition above everything. You know, becoming a witch or embracing your inner witch, it takes time to build that trust with yourself, your higher self, your guides. But honor where you're at, okay? But always just honor your intuition, honor your third eye, honor those visions that you get. Trust what comes to you in your gut, especially when you get the warning signs. Just try to trust it. The more you trust it, the more intuitive you become. All right. So with that, if you have any questions about anything I talked about today, comment below. I got you. I will start the next one. Bring pen and paper. We're going to actually write the wills and do the wills, you know, to make sigils. And we'll get into like, you know, how to protect yourself. And I will go into, in part 2, I will go into how I make my spell work. And give you some examples of some spell work that I've done, because I've done hundreds of spells for myself and others. So I'll get into that in part 2. But thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Much love and respect. And remember, stay blessed, not stressed. I was about to tell you to stay stressed and not blessed. Whoop, nope. Reverse, rewind. All right.